Okay, we're on the back of the which do not, Pythagorean theorem, if you went in. So on the back, we're going to go graph 2, -1, 7, -5. It asks for the distance. Everybody circle distance. God bless you. What are we going to do? We're going to draw. I want the distance. Okay. Are we going to make a right triangle, you think? Okay. To find the distance, that's not slope. Slope and distance are two different things. So we are going to make a right triangle and use what? And it even tells you to use Pythagorean theorem. Okay, what do we always do when we have our right angle right here? Draw and put what? C. Guys, always label ABC on Pythagorean theorem. Always label. So what do y'all want A to be? Okay, A is 4, B then would be 5. Okay, are we trying to find the area of side C or the C? C, so go all the way through. Get the square root. Go do it real quick. And do the next one. Go do both of them. Around to the nearest 10, it said. Around to the nearest 10. Okay, what did you get for the first one? 6.4, and do I need to do it? Everybody got 6.4? You need to. Okay, and then what'd you get for the next one? 9.4. So when it asks for the distance of 2 points on a grid, do Pythagorean theorem. And look, guys, right triangle. When there's a right triangle, Pythagorean theorem. Okay? All right, look at 34 now on your test. We got just a few more questions to do, and then we're going to review some. Okay, on 34, which is an equation of the line that passes through these points. When you have 2 points, how do you get the slope? What do you do? Well, if it's a graph, you do rise over run. If you have 2 points, what do you do, Brooke? There you go. Y2 minus Y1. So everybody circle the Y's. So we're going to circle the Y. We're going to subtract the Y's on top. And it doesn't matter which order. But once you do the order, pick the order for the bottom, it matters. So what am I going to write on top? -1 minus 2. Does everybody get that? Does everybody see how Logan got -1 minus 2? So if I start with -1 on top, I got to start with 0 on bottom. So 0 minus 4. So I'm going to keep change. -3 over -4. But that's going to be 3/4, huh? Because the 2 negatives cancel each other out. So I know my equation is going to be y equals 3/4 minus 1. Where did I know? How did I know that it was -1? How did I know it was -1? Because this right here is my y-intercept. Everybody write that down there. When it's got 0 and a number, that gives you the y-intercept. Okay. G. Do y'all know how to put that in the calculator? Do y'all remember how to put that in the calculator and look at the table? Some people remember, because I know they did that. Okay, go to y equals on your calculator. We're just going to do this real quick, because it might help somebody. Go to y equals. Y equals, top left corner. And you're going to put 3 divided by 4. Remember, your x is right here beside the green button. Minus 1. Not -1, minus 1. Now you see where it says table in blue? Since it's in blue, go to second table. Oh, wait a minute. Go to second and table set. And make sure yours looks like mine. -1, 1. Second and table set. -1, 1. Now go to second table. Oh, why is it still doing? Oh, that's right. Okay, so let's go on and see. Do you see 0, -1 on the table?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you see 4, 2 on the table?
Yes, ma'am.
Yep. So those two, that equation is going to have those 2 points. So you're good. Okay, go to second, quit. Okay, look at 35. Guys, we have to know how to get volume of a cone. I noticed that a lot of you skipped the second step there. What does the capital B stand for?
Area of the base.
Area of the base. And the base is a circle. And I noticed that a lot of you did not label. When you're going through that test, write everything down. Label everything. Show all the work you can. Show all the work you can. Okay? So, under capital B, what am I going to write? Pi r squared. Why am I writing pi r squared? That's how you get area of a circle. And then I just fill in what I know to find out what I don't. The radius is 4 and the height is 13. $217.36. And so that's going to be 218. Guys, we can't miss volume questions. I hope as we go through here that you're getting more confident. You're going, oh, well, I know how to do volume of cone. Oh, I know how to do find the slope. I know how to do these things. Okay? All right, look at 36. Surface area of a rectangular prism. S is pH plus 2 capital B. If it doesn't say total, then that's what you do. If it doesn't say total, if it doesn't say lateral, then you're going to do total. Excuse me. Okay, we're going to go label. I'm going to put this as my base because the base and the top are the same, right? And I could go draw it in there. But this is 13, that's 7. What's 3?
The height.
The height. How many times can I use the height? One. One and done. One and done. So I'm going to get the perimeter of that rectangle.
40.
Okay. Height. Who got this right? Okay. So I'll tell you what. I want the people that missed it to help me. Okay. So how did they get 40 right there? What did they do to get 40? What does the P stand for? Perimeter of the base. So remember, I told y'all to draw all the way around it. Forgot to do that. So you're going to add 13 plus 7 plus 13 plus 7. And if you need to go label all the way around, and it helps you, write everything down possible. Times what? 3. Right? 3 is the height. Plus 2 times. How do you get area of a rectangle? 13 times 7 is 91. Length times width. And then you just multiply. And then add 302 meters squared. Because you're doing area. You're covering all the rectangles on that rectangular prism. Okay? We got total surface area. All that of a rectangular prism. Okay, now we're going to do of a triangular prism. Here's the base. Here's the height. Oh, it says lateral. So I'm just going to go pH. pH. So I'm going to add 8 plus 7 plus 7. 22. Capital pieces get the perimeter of the base. And then times 12. 264 meters squared. Does everybody get that? Okay. When you see a picture like 38, what are you going to think automatically? Pythagorean theorem. Or if you see the words right triangle, you're going to do Pythagorean theorem. As soon as it says that. So I'm reading this, and it says, what is the area? That's the most important part is the question. You could know what you're doing, but if you answer the wrong question, you're going to get it wrong. They want the area of this lobby. They don't want the length of that side. They want the area. And some of you got smart and said, oh, well, if you add the two areas up, then you get the area of the side C. And that's side C right there where they put an X. So you just did 225 minus 169. That's what the Pythagorean theorem, guys, says. Is you're taking side A and squaring it. So you're getting the area of each side, A and B. And that gives you the area of side C. But if you did this, A, we don't know. B is 13, but you didn't even have to do that. 13 squared, they gave you the area. That'd be silly, go get the square root and then have to square it again. Some of y'all did that, and then I'm going to subtract 169. So A squared is 56. Okay. Are we good on Pythagorean theorem? We reviewed that a good bit. We should be good to go. Okay. On 39. Look, guys. How many x's are over there to the left? 6 x's plus 5 equals x plus 40. Come on, write it down. Write down. How do we solve these equations? Circle the x's, draw your river. Hey, that's 1x, isn't it? So I'm going to subtract 1x, and I'm going to get what? 5x plus 5 equals 40. Circle my x. Now what have I got to do?
minus 5.
And then what have I got to do? Divide by 5. So x is 7. Any questions? Guys, my teacher gut instinct says they're going to have one like this or have one with x's on both sides. They're not going to give you a simple one like we did the first. They're going to give you, and y'all can do way harder than these. Y'all can do ones with decimals, fractions. Y'all going to be good to go. You just take your time and solve. Okay. Hey, that reminds me. If I had 2/3 x minus 6 equals 4/3 x plus 4. Well, how would I solve that? No, because it's repeating. What would I do? David, help us. What would I do first? 4/3 x from both sides. What's 2/3 minus 4/3? What's 2 minus 4? Negative 2/3 x minus 6 equals 4. Now what? Help me out. Plus 6. Did y'all see where we got plus 6? What are you going to do when the coefficient looks like that? Not divide. Well, I guess you could divide if you didn't understand. Or remember you flip it and multiply the coefficient, the reciprocal. Now, what's 10 times negative 3/2? See, because when you multiply a number by its reciprocal, you get 1. Negative 15. Awesome. And you know how to check it. Y'all can check it. So, I mean, that's an option too. Okay, look at 40. On 40, what I had to do is write all the points down here because I get confused when they're sitting up there in the problem. And I think you do too, if you're honest. Don't be lazy tomorrow. Don't be lazy. Show all your work, write everything down. Check your work. Okay, so what I did is I looked at that and I said, oh, well, all the A's stayed, the X's stayed the same. Okay, and so and then I looked at my Y's and I said, oh, 3 became negative 3, 0, 0, that doesn't matter really. Negative 1 became 1. So they changed the signs on these. So I looked over here and I said rotation. Everybody do your 90-degree rotation. Everybody, 90 degree. 90 degree. And then 270 goes around that way, right? So 90 and 270, what do you do? What do you do? Switch the numbers. Look for at the quadrant for the sign. So if it's a 270 or 90-degree rotation, I got to flip the numbers. They didn't flip any numbers, did they? Nope. So they did a reflection. So some people went and put those points on that. Guys, you're going to have a grid on your test. Go use it if you need to. And if you go through that whole test and you hadn't used this formula chart, oops. I'm going to tell you right now, you're probably not going to pass. You better use that formula chart. Okay, some people went down there and put it down there. But I'm thinking, oh, I remember if I am going over the x-axis, what stays the same? X's. When I reflect or flip over the x-axis, the x stays the same. But you people that went down there and put it on that was smart. Because I didn't give you a grid paper. I should have. Okay, look at 41. I'm reflecting A bunch of people, not a bunch, too many missed this question. You're going over the Y. Look, over the Y. I'm going over the Y road. Some of y'all went over the X. That's the X road. I don't understand why you went over the wrong road. And then, you know why some missed it? They got it right up here because they didn't write the coordinate down. What is that coordinate? 2, -6. And then, because then they got confused and picked C. Had it right up here. Or D. They picked C or D. If you write it down, then it's going to be hard to miss it. Guys, we cannot miss reflection. That's too easy. Come on now. Okay, the very last one. Compounds annually. Oh, I remember seeing that formula on the formula chart. Compound interest. Compound interest. So I'm going to go fill in what I know. Okay, 3.5%. Remember, I have to move my decimal back 2 times. The principal is $750. Oh, her balance in her account is that. So they want me to find T. Well, I do, but I haven't taught y'all how to find T to solve these. So, because you didn't really need to know how to, but you can go guess and check. You can go put 5 in there to see if you get that, 6 in there to see if you get it, or 7. And T is 7. T is 7. When you put 7 in for T, you get 954.21. Sometimes you have to use the answer choices to get your answer. Okay, put this in your binder. I'm going to let you take it home and study it. Aren't I nice? Okay, now, here's what I need you to do. Just close your binder, eyes up here. We're going to go through different questions. Look at number 5. Raise your hand, or just get your answer, and then we're going to vote. Oh, good. We got plenty of time. Number 5. Get your answer. Then we're going to vote. That's a 3. Thanks for asking. Because if you didn't know that, you couldn't do the problem. Did I move it? No. Who votes for A? B? C? D? Yay! Some people didn't vote. Why is it D? Tell them, somebody that raised your hand. Emily? 3 times. It can't be C because you'd have to move it 4. You'd have to put it after the 1 and move it 4. Good job. I'm just going to skip around doing some problems. Okay, on number 5. Number 5. Which one is a set of irrational numbers? Get your answer in your head. It's not A, guys. A, that's easy. Square root 25 is 5. That's not irrational. So it's not A. I love the clickety clack I'm hearing. Okay. A is not it, right? Because 25. B, because of that right there, huh? And that. Okay, C. Who thinks C? Who thinks D? Look at D. It's not D, it's C. What's square root of 36? 6. And that decimal stops and that repeats. So that's the only irrational number in the whole thing. Those are all rational. So it's C, guys. Okay, look at 6. Do you remember that real numbers are divided into two? Rational, irrational. So you got integers, whole numbers, natural numbers. Which of the following sets contains only rational numbers that are integers? I'm looking at my... Oh, okay. I got it. I didn't think they had an answer down there. Which set contains only ones that are integers? F, G, H, J. Why is it J? What does that equal? 4. Negative 8's an integer. 7's an integer. What's square root of 9? 3. Good job. Number 9. Another one of those. A, B, C, D. Woo! Good job. I'm loving it. Okay, let's go to varies. When it says varies directly, remember? Well, y equals kx? Y equals kx. So it's going to be in that form. So if it says, look at this. I love soft pretzels. Look at number 3. The number of soft pretzels with lots of butter on it. Okay. Is directly proportional. Or they might say varies directly. Okay. So you know, I'm going to have to move it for a second because I don't want to write on this. Is y equals kx. And you're finding k. So, one way on these problems to find k is what? Divide what? Y by x. So, let's see. What would we divide? If it can make 600 pretzels in 10 minutes. Why would you want to be dividing 600 by 10? Because you want the pretzel per minute. You don't want the minute per pretzel. That doesn't make any sense. So, you would, don't do it. Divide 600 by 10. 60. So 60 is your K. 60. 60, this is pretzels, this is minutes. So X is minutes, always label. So we know Y is 60X. Now they want to know how many pretzels can they do in 52 minutes. Where would I put 52? For X or Y?
X.
Because 52 is minutes and X is minutes. So what would it be? Awesome. Okay, and look, if it says Y varies directly, they are directly proportional. Remember, you can write the Y equals KX. Why don't you do that? Okay. So you're going to write Y equals KX, and you're going to find K, and then use K. Okay. That's all I want to review that. Those are pretty, I mean, y'all can common sense those out usually. Good on that. I've messed this whole thing up. We don't need that. I think y'all are good on irrational, rational, aren't you? Gosh. I have to run this off. Okay, let's do number 7. Okay, the amount of money that she earns varies directly with the number of hours she works. So y equals kx, and hours is your x. If she earns $600 when she works 40 hours, come on, start calculating. She earns $600 when she works 40 hours. How much will she earn for 85 hours? Go get your answer. Good. What's she gonna earn? Good. Good, good, good. Okay. Look at number 1. Which one is a function? Get it in your hand. Which one is a function? A?
Yes. Yes.
Yep, A. Okay. Look at number 3. Which one is a function? A, B, C, D.
Yes.
Good. Awesome. I'm just letting you look at 2 of them. Which one is not a function? Not a function.
The first one.
G, huh? G is not a function. Those 2 points right there. Okay. Which one is not a function? And remember, if you get confused on these, go write the coordinates out. Which one is not a function? When I say go, tell me which one. Go. Good, because the 4. Remember me and my Dr. Pepper. I don't want an orange. Okay. Which graph, let me show y'all 4. Which one is a function? Which one is a function? When I say go, say the letter. Go. Good. You're good at those. So, are you getting your confidence up? You're thinking, oh man, I can do volume, I can do surface area, I can do functions, I can do simple interest, I can do compound interest. I hope so. Oh, I was going to ask you something. What is the equation on F? What is the equation on F? X equals 2. Great. We just so smart. We're going to do so well on this because we're going to write everything down. Okay, guys, the main thing on the volume and the surface area. If you write the correct formula down, they might not be asking for volume. They might want the height or the radius or whatever, but we did those. Write down the right formula, follow it. Write down what you know to find out what you don't know. And don't give up. Don't give up. And if you get stuck on a question, what should you do? Skip it and go back. Because sometimes you go back and you're like, oh man, why was I struggling with this? This is easy. This is simple. Okay, at the top. Name 2 vertical angles. Madison. Yay, vertical angles. Are they congruent? Yes. Tori, name me 2 corresponding angles. These are the 2 parallel lines. Corresponding. They're congruent. No, they're not congruent. 1 and, everybody, 1 and 3. No, 1 and 3 are corresponding. Guys, they're at the same point in the intersection. The left side of the intersection, 1 and 3. 5 and, 6 and, 2 and. Good. Name 2 supplementary angles. 3 and, No. Supplementary means they add up to 180. They're not congruent. So 3 and 7. No, 3 and 8 are, guys, y'all. 3 and 8 are vertical angles. They're congruent. Supplementary add up to 180. Y'all are scaring me to death. Supplementary, David adds up to 180. They're not congruent unless they're two right triangles. And these aren't right. 3 and 7 or 3 and 4 or 3 and 2. What are 3 and 2 called? Same side interior. 3 and 2 are supplementary. They're not congruent, but they add to 180. Oh dear. Oh dear. Alternate interior. 7 and 2. 3 and 6. And they're congruent. They're congruent. The only ones that are not congruent are supplementary. They add up to 180. So like 3 and 4, they're adjacent angles. They add up to 180. They make a straight line. Come on, guys. Y'all have known that. Ugh. Okay. What could be the measure of angle ACD? Which one of those could be the measure of ACD? ACD. A, B, C, or D? Go. C. Guys, that's almost a right angle. That's the only one it could be. 3 angles in a triangle add up to 180. Okay, look at B. Look at B. I mean A, excuse me. It's a counterclockwise rotation. Counterclockwise. So you're going counterclockwise. You're going left. Backwards. What if you don't know that answer? What are you going to go? What can you go do? On your grid paper that they give you, you can draw your little XY grid. Just like that. Just go do it and graph it and see what happens. But did they flip the numbers? Did they switch the numbers? No, so you know it's not going to be 90 or 270. And 360 means it's going to be exactly the same. So the only one it could be is G, 180. Because remember, 180, what do they do? Flip the signs. Flip the signs. That's all they did. But go use that grid paper if you're not sure. Okay, look at 7. Did they switch the numbers?
Yes.
So it's going to be 90 or 270. So eliminate B and D. They started off, where's 3, 2 start off?
In the
First quadrant. So you would go graphic, guys. Okay, listen. What are you going to do tomorrow for me? And you show work. Write everything down. Good deal. Do your best.